take care of what you need. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and get started and talk about risk awareness. All of you made it to segment 2, but now the real work starts. I'm going to give you some statistical information. Some of these questions will be on your assessment, so I need you to be ready. I need you to listen. So risk is the chance of death, injury, damage, or loss of life. Your age group takes more risk. Why? You're younger. You are not really worried about your job, where you're going to live. You're living under your parents' roof. You might be a junior, senior. You got a car. It's all good. Yeah, enjoy it. But also with that comes a responsibility. So what I need you to understand is that personal responsibility. I'm going to give you some statistical information. 1 out of every 9, or 11% of you by age 16 will have a serious crash before you're 17. So 1 in 9 of you. Okay, so you need to remember that and remember the statistical information. Next, approximately 1 in 7 young drivers will be involved in a crash during the first 3 years of driving. None of you driven a year yet. So during your first 3 years, 1 in 7 of you will be involved in a crash. Let's continue. For 16 and 17-year-olds, so a few of you are 16, a few of you are 17, 16 to 17-year drivers drive faster, cars are faster, we're out of COVID, people are driving very aggressive, they're impatient. You as a young driver, you're learning about all this. Other information, approximately 53 young drivers are involved in a fatal crash every year. 53 young drivers are involved in a fatal crash. This is when someone dies. So I need you as a sophomore, junior, or senior, slow down, think about what you want to say, what you want to do. Think about what you want to do. Don't just go out and, hey, I'm just going to go driving, and think about it. Next, each year approximately 20,700 1 and 16 to 17-year-olds are involved in a serious crash. So this is just not a state thing. This is a national thing across the country, including Hawaii. Okay. Research indicates that the errors of inexperience rather than high speeds and irresponsible behavior account for the largest share of young drivers. So, inexperience. What do you do in fog? What do you do in rain? What do you do in snow? What do you do in heavy, heavy traffic coming from a downtown metro area, downtown Chicago, downtown Detroit, going over the Windsor? What do you do in those situations? Okay? Lack of attention to driving is the next biggest thing. We all are very social. Our phones are very important to us. But when you're driving, you really need to put down the phone and focus on the driving process. Hands-free is the next available option. Failure to adjust speed to adequate traffic, meaning you might be driving too fast on 94, 696, I-75, 401, going to Windsor, going to Montreal. Failure to adjust your curves, slick road surfaces. Approximately 127 16 and 17-year-olds are involved in a fatal crash as the driver, passenger, or pedestrian each year. So your age group is not only killing themselves, but your passenger or your friends. So this is why you need to tell your friends, you need to cool out. I'm driving. I got to focus. I got to get us home safely. You have to have that personal responsibility to get home safely. You want to get home safely every day because your teachers, your friends, members of the church, the clergy, EMS workers, doctors, we all want you to live. But the fact still remains, your age group dies. And the number one reason is because of an automotive crash. So you have to make it up to about 24 years old. It takes about 10 years. If you're 16, that's 26. If you're 15 and a half, that's 25 and a half. If you're 17, you're saying that it takes 10 years to totally learn how to drive in all conditions, all environments. That's a lot. Let me keep going. When do crashes occur for young drivers? You might want to remember this. You're going to see this on an assessment. You're going to see it on a Kahoot I'm going to give you. You should be circulating, put a little check by it. Approximately 52% of young drivers crashes occur in daylight. So if you guys went out driving right now, some of you could possibly crash. It's very sunny outside. Maybe you don't have your visor down, you can't see. Maybe you miss a yellow light. Maybe you run a red light. Okay? I'm taking my time going over this. You have this. The most dangerous time for young driver fatal car crashes is the 3-hour time period, 2 to 5 p.m. That's when you guys get out of school. I'm a teacher. I'm not out there when you're out there. Or I'm going to leave after you leave. I'll let you cut off each other in the parking lot. Do donuts. Drag your friend in the back seat. Run the light to try to beat me to Starbucks. I already beat you there. No. So you really have to be careful. Fast food places also are very dangerous. McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King. People are sticking French fries up in their nose. Seriously. They are coming out not looking and trying to sip on that smoothie. You as a driver got to analyze those fast food places. Okay? Let me continue. 38% of young driver fatal car crashes occur Friday and Saturday night. It's Thursday. Friday and Saturday night are very dangerous. Why? You got your check. You're hanging out with your boys. Okay? You need to be extremely careful. Does that mean you don't go out? No. That means you have fun. That means you do what you need to do, but you need to be mindful that you're going to have other young drivers who have nice cars. Girls, you're going to see boys. Boys, you're going to see girls. And then you're going to be like attracted to them, but you're not going to be focused on the light or someone pulling out of a fast food place or an old grandpa, old grandma who's making a really slow turn and then you run the light. I always try to give you guys and ladies real life situations. I'm not going to play with you. Next, approximately 24% of young driver fatal car crashes occur on dark or unlit roads. There are a lot of dark and unlit roads across the country. You as a driver need to slow down. Make sure your headlights are clean. Make sure your windshield is clean. Take pride in your car. Clean it. Clean those windows. Clean those headlights. Clean those taillights. Let me give you more information. You will be seeing this again. 19% of young driver fatal car crashes happen between 9 p.m. and midnight. 9 p.m. and midnight. You're tired. You went to the beach all day. You won 10 games of basketball. We're the champs. But now you're tired. You got to drive 45 minutes home. You got to drop 2 friends off. So you as a driver, you might have to rest. Okay? But you got to drive home. Where do crashes happen? 68% of young driver fatal car happen on country roads. 6% of young driver fatal car crashes happen on interstate highways. 14% of young driver fatal car crashes happen at speeds of 35 or less. Don't worry, I'll go over this again. 71% of young driver fatal car crashes happen on roads where there are no traffic control devices, no lights, dark unlit roads. 10% of young driver fatal car crashes happen in a straight road. You're driving too fast. You go to the edge of the road, you fall off. 10% of young driver fatal car crashes happen on a curve. You're going too fast, centrifugal force will pull you to the outside edge. You overcorrect, you roll your car into a ditch. I need you to be mindful of your speed. I know, you're 16, you're 15, you're 17. Experience is the best teacher. 8% of young driver fatal car crashes happen making left turns. Left turns are the most dangerous. 17% of young driver fatal car crashes happen at stop signs. You don't look, maybe below the stop sign. Young drivers plus passengers equal increased risk. I have some specific segment 2 videos I'm going to show you guys in about 6 minutes. Please stay with me. I know it's a little bit boring, but stay with me because you're going to see it. So just stay with me. All of you type in one thing you learned that I just went over. Show me you're paying attention. Type in one thing you learned to show me you're paying attention. Type it in the chat. Do that right now. One thing you learned. As you're typing, I'm going to go over young driver plus passengers equal risk. I need all of you to type in one thing you learned by me going over the segment 2 information. It's very important. The risk of young driver fatal car crashes for 16-year-old drivers is up 40%. One passenger present is 86%. 2 passengers is 182%. So the more passengers you have in the car, the more likely you are to be distracted. Hey, did you see that post? Yeah, I saw his post. He got 1 million likes. What? And then you ran a light. Those 5 guys? Yeah, I saw it on TikTok. Man, she crossed everyone over. And then you blow a light. We all love social media, but we gotta be careful. Thank you, Josh. We gotta be careful. Like sometimes you've gotta like disconnect yourself from those driving. Like if it's rush hour, maybe you chill for a few minutes. Go talk to your teacher. Go say hi. You don't have to jump right into rush hour because everyone is hungry. They're tired. They got to use the bathroom. They want chicken. There's nothing wrong with chicken. They want chicken. Yes, I know you're like, what? He said chicken. They're hungry. And you're driving at the speed limit, 10 and 2, 9 and 3, using a blinker, and then someone is tailgating you or cutting you off. It happens all the time. So if you don't drive in that rush hour, you don't know what that pressure is like. It's pressure in the morning. How many of you got a job? Raise your hand. How many of you got a job? Okay, got some people with jobs. All right. That's pressure. You got to be there on time. Then you got to get home. Then you got to take your little brother or sister to practice and then go get groceries and put up the groceries. Then you go into the party because you got your hand out for money. You got to do what you got to do as a team. As a team, you are a chauffeur. You don't own anything. I'm sorry. You don't own your room. You don't own the car. You are renting everything. You better be so thankful to your mom, dad, thank you. I love you so much. Clean your room. Clean up the house. Cut the grass. Then your parents would be like, hey, honey, we put some money in your account. You did? Yeah. I was kind of nosy and looked at your computer. There's a concert you want to go to, right? Your parents want to help you, but if you're over there whining and complaining, don't do any work, leave your clothes all over, bathroom nasty, kitchen table nasty, they're like, that kid. I'm serious. They're not going to want to help you. But if you're working hard, cleaning up everything, doing your job, Mom, Dad, I want to go to this concert. No problem. How much is it? Whoa, that's a lot of money. Well, your dad might say, listen, if you cut the grass, you do this, do this, do this, do this, I can help you with half. Right? And then you go to your mom later. You know how you play. You play your mom and dad against each other. You already know. You play your mom and dad against each other. Most of the time, dad say yes. Mom, she's the one that's going to say no. No. Always no. Dad, I'm coming to you. Can you talk to your wife, please? What do you mean? She's like really mean to me. That's what you guys do. You play your parents against each other. But your parents together brought you in this world and they can take you out. So if you on some negative stuff, disrespectful to your mom and dad, they're not going to help you with anything. and then you're going to get an attitude. So I'm letting you know this. So I want to continue. I'm going to read about 3 or 4 more things, give you a couple of smaller clues, show you some videos. Stay with me, team. Stay with me. What types of vehicles are young drivers driving? You're driving vehicles that are 10 years. Type in the type of vehicle you're driving. Type in the type and how old it is. Type in the type of vehicle you're driving and how old it is. Do that for me. As I read this, we're going to do something. So, what types of vehicles are young drivers driving? In fatal car crashes involving young drivers, 56% of the vehicles they're driving are 10 years old or older. Look at James rolling in an 09 G6. We're not mad at the G6, right? We're not mad. 10 years old, 2008 Infinity. There you go, Georgia. A Journey. Not 2019, that's not bad. 2007 Focus, yeah, that's good. So, 2014 Traverse, that's a bigger vehicle, that's nice, right? So let me continue. 69% of young driver fatal car crashes happen in 2 or more vehicles. 22% of young driver fatal car crashes happen head on. Avoid head on collisions. 2009 Jeep Cherokee, that's not bad, right? The BMW X5. Zoe, is that a little one or the big one? Help me out. It's the big one. Okay, see, you need the big one to protect you, right? Nothing wrong with that. Catch some grandma. We got it in the garage. It just needs a battery and some time. You're like, bet. Your dad runs home. Hey, Zoe, we found a car. Your mother's like, why are you talking to Zoe about an old car? Zoe, I'm trying to hook you up. Dad, you need to talk to your wife. She's always trying to mess up everything. I'm here for you. You guys talk to me. I don't judge. I'm trying to help you. So, 2013 BMW, 2009 Cherokee, 2014 Traverse, 2007 Focus, 2019 Journey, 2013 Equinox, Ford Flex. Those are nice. 2018 Infinity, 2008. Right? Kobe driving that new. Sorry, Cole driving the new, yeah, SUV, yeah, that's good, that's good. So that goes to show you, just giving you some, Cadillac. Ooh, okay, Cadillac is known for luxury and safety. I want to talk about weather conditions, then I know you're tired of me, I'm going to give you a break. Hold on, stay with me. Weather conditions. 83% of young driver fatal car crashes happen in fair weather. 71% of young driver, try to say that fast. Young driver fatal car crashes happen on dry roads. 10% of young driver fatal car crashes happen in the rain. 17% of young driver fatal car crashes happen in wet. 4% of young driver fatal car crashes happen on icy roads. I need you to type in one thing you learned. Then we're going to have a couple of quick little videos. Class is over at 15. So we got a couple quick videos, couple small cahoots, and then you out. Type in what you learned in the chat.